What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Today I wanted to do a bit of a different video and just show everybody what this game is, how to play it, and the basics of it. Because I make a lot of videos on ERLC, and a lot of people that watch it don't even know what they're watching, and maybe they like it and they want to check it out. So let me explain to those people what it is that we're playing. So, first things first, this is a game called Roblox, okay? So ERLC is a game within Roblox. Now, Roblox is a sandbox style game where they give you the engine, and you can see all these things unlisted here are different games that you can play within Roblox. They're not related to each other, they're completely different, and you can make pretty much whatever you want. You can see there's, anything from car racing to war games to Star Wars, all kinds of stuff. Like literally, there are thousands, maybe even millions. I don't know how many, but actually, that'd be interesting to find out. But there are tons and tons of games. See some of the popular ones I've been playing here are ERLC, of course. There's like a restaurant simulator, a stock market simulator. This one's just like a hangout one. This one's like an airsoft one, super fun. This one's like a political simulator where you try and become the president. See, it's oh, you can't see that. Hold on, right here. This one here, that's a political simulator. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can play in Roblox. Now, the cool thing about Roblox is a couple main things. Number one is it's free, so you don't have to buy it. Number two is it's not very demanding. So you can have sort of an older computer. It doesn't have to be a modern gaming computer to get into this game. And you can even play it on your phone if you don't have a computer at all. So, and it's totally cross-compatible. So really cool game just to play. Very accessible for just about anybody. All ages can enjoy this. So I'll show you how to get into this ERLC game. So you're not going to have it pop up first. So you go into search. And I wonder if you can just type ERLC. Probably. Yeah, okay. So it's got a tag where you can, but you can also type emergency response Liberty County. If it doesn't pop up on ERLC, that will for sure make it pop up. And then it's this one right here. This little picture may be different when you watch this video. They change that depending on, if there's an event or a season or whatever. But you can just click here. Now, a few things to note here. This is the same as any other game. Will tell you a little bit about it. So you can see it's got 91% upvotes. That's a pretty good indication that it's a good game. It's got, a billion people, 1.2 billion that... Sorry, let me get my face out of the way. 1.2 billion that have visited it, and there are currently 4,000 people playing it as we speak. So that is pretty cool. The way you now get in. So this is just the reason I told you that was because, you click on any random game. Let's go to the something else. Let's click a random thing here. You can see this other one here. Berkeley County has got 14 million visits, 700 active, 80% like. So another one you can check out. I've never played it, but that's probably I will check it out. It's just a way to see sometimes if there's, nobody active or no upvotes or a lot of downvotes, maybe not the best game, but if it has a lot of people playing and a high percentage, it is probably going to be something cool to check out. It's very easy to throw a game up here. So there's a lot of junk, but there's also a lot of good stuff. So once you get here, you can just click the play button. Or the other thing you can do is you go down to servers here, and then it'll show you the actual servers that are currently running. So for example, I've got someone on my friends list is in this server, and you can also sort them by ascending or descending. And I'll make another video where this is going to be super important to find an empty server when you're making money as a civilian, but that's something I'll do separately. Generally, you want to play, if you just want to have fun, you want to play in the highest amount of people, because obviously you want to run into people. That's what it's all about. So it maxes out at 40 people. You can see there's one here with 35, so we'll join that. Just takes a second to load in. So when you first load in, this is the spawn area here. It's probably going to be chaos as soon as you get here, so don't be overwhelmed. Right now it's nighttime. I've got a flashlight, but you may not. There are street lights that'll help as well. So, yeah, there's just chaos. It's like this is gonna be the most popular spot no matter where you are. If you have voice chat enabled, you will be able to turn that on right here. If you don't see this microphone icon, then you have a problem. Either you haven't verified your age. I think you have to be at least 13. So just have to prove that you're old enough to talk. But that's easy enough. And then make sure that you're running it. I run it off the Roblox client from the Roblox website. You can also get it on the Microsoft Store. I have found that they still haven't updated it, and there's microphone issues on the one from the Microsoft Store. So I use the one straight from the website, the direct client. Just something to note. So when you first get in, you're going to have a fresh account, so you'll probably just be able to play these random servers. These are just the basic pub servers. They're a mix of mobile phones, computers. They're a mix of people with and without microphones. But if you want to be a little bit more advanced, you want to go over here. So I'll do that a little more slowly. So you go up top to the these white dots. You'll open up this. Let me again get my face out of the way for you. And you'll see you've got a list of servers here, okay? So tier 1, you need a certain amount of experience and a certain amount of hours. These are the tier 1 and 3, so you get to play with people that are sort of in the same, I guess, skill level as you and experience, so that will generally make it more fun. The other one is there's a voice chat only, and then there's a mobile only. So if you're on your phone and you don't want to be playing against, sweats on their PC and you just want to be casual, go on the mobile only. Now, honestly, that's a little bit counterintuitive because whenever I've gone on these mobile only, there's no one there right now, but when I go on the mobile only, it's always been just absolute mayhem. It's actually been even crazier than the regular ones. But, it's different every day. Now, here comes to the ones that I think are the most interesting, the most fun. Is the voice chat only. So you have to have a certain amount of game time, and your account has to be a certain age to get into these, and that's obviously just to make sure that there aren't any people up to no good in here, and it's all a sort of a vetted crowd. Now, you can see here, voice chat 002 has 39 out of 40 people here on the right. So that's probably the one you're going to want to go to because obviously that's the one with the most people. You don't want to go to this one with one person because that's going to be no fun. So that's where we're going to go. So you just click join. Now the stuff I'm going to show you after this is going to be all the same as the server that we're currently in. So it'll apply, but I'm just showing you for the sake of showing you that where you want to ultimately end up. That's where I play. It's where I film all my videos. Is in the voice chat servers. That's just where most of the people that I see on a repeating basis, some of the active player base, they stick to those voice chat servers because it's honestly so much more fun when you can just talk to people instead of having to type. Like, it's real slow. Type. Like, you have to come up with this little log, and if you zoom out too far, you can't see it. It turns into ... It's just hard to follow conversation. Hey, watch where you're going, buddy. Hard to follow up with your conversations, and looks like we have a person getting chased there. We're just going to ignore that for now. So I'm just in a queue right now. Obviously, I'm just waiting in line. The voice chat popular ones get full pretty quick. You just sometimes you have to wait, but it usually just takes a few seconds. So any second now, I will get transported over there. In the meantime, we'll just go over a few things. So the very first thing, I'll just start now, and when we get teleported, I'll just stop where we are. Is you go over to these kiosks. These are the car spawning kiosks. So, oh, here we go. We're joining in. Hold that thought. All right, just takes a second to load. All right, so now you can see that where it says private server, this is not, there are private servers. I'll show you in 1 second, so don't get too confused by this. This does count, so if you spend your money, you buy a car, you do something, you get wanted, it will apply to every other server other than the actual private servers that are they allow user generated content beyond with the regular ERLC stuff. So I'll explain what that is right now. back to servers, you go over here to listed servers. So matchmaking, these all are the same type of server. So all of these and the regular join ones that we started on are all part of the same sort of, I guess, environment. These listed servers each have their own environment. So whatever you do in these does not apply anywhere else, and it does not apply to each other in this list. So if you join this one and then join this one, they're totally different. So you can see they all have some sort of, geez, I'm really in the way, aren't I? You can see, like, if you click on each one, you're going to see a little bit about them. And they're all, see, they all say strict in RP. Like, these are really where, if you want to, like, for example, be a Los Angeles, you want to be a police officer, you live in LA, you live in New Zealand, you live in Florida, whatever it is. A lot of people that are local like to play their own stuff. You know, there's a Seattle one. There's pretty much any major state. There's even some Canadian ones, and even some international ones. There's all kinds of cool stuff here, and you can do things like border roleplay, local police departments, all kinds of stuff. This one's like an army roleplay, you know, super fun. I'll go into those on a different video, though, because right now I just want to show you the regular game and sort of how it works. You want to learn the game before you go into these custom ones. Okay, so back to the game. You can see here I've got my beautiful avatar, which I've obviously dressed up to look exactly like. That's a fun little thing I do for my videos, is I try and wear my avatar in real life so that I can really get immersed into the role play. So anyways, there's in the spawn area, you've got these little white things that have a picture of a car. It says spawn vehicle. This is where you're going to get your vehicle. Very important to have a vehicle. Now, when you first start, you're going to get one free vehicle called the Chevron Antelope. Now, it's like, you know, for copyright, you can't say exactly what this is, but it's just a Chevrolet. And you can just, it'll probably hit, move that. It'll probably say purchase, like this. It'll say purchase, even though it's free. It's going to say purchase. Don't worry, it'll say free right here. You just hit that. You purchase the vehicle. Once you have it, you click spawn. Okay, now the controls on your phone are much more obvious. On the computer, it is the key L. If it's nighttime, it is a changing weather dynamic and time dynamic. It just randomly becomes day and night. I think it's about 15 or 20 minutes for each interval. Anyway, so here's something to really consider. A little quick tip. Your gas. See how I'm almost out of gas? I got my gas light on. I'm just going to ignore the rules of the road right now because I'm trying to make this quick. Go left, hang a left, go down a little bit, and you'll get to this gas station. That should be the first thing you do, is fill your car. You just walk up to the pump as long as your car is close. Fill your car, click this middle thing, hold it down, go all the way to the end. It's not very much money. You'll spawn with more than enough to fill it up. That is one really annoying thing. Is you run out of gas, because if you do, you can respawn the car, but you have to get all the way back to spawn, respawn the car. It spawns with still an empty tank, but they give you a tiny bit, and sometimes it's not even enough to make it to the gas station, and you have to call the DOT, Department of Transportation, to bring you a gas can, and it's just annoying. So now you got a full tank. That's really important. So your lights, your way you drive it is WASD. Your mouse is, you can hold down, right click and do a free look like this. That's how you do that. The left click doesn't do anything when you're driving. I see I just got rear-ended by a police car, but we'll ignore that. Okay, so those are just like your super basics. I'll go over like the nuances and the tips in another video. I just want to show you guys the really high level stuff really quick, just to get you in the game and get you started. So, lights and gas. Turn signals are Q and R. Is that R? No, E. Sorry. Q and E are your turn signals. Standard stuff. WASD to drive. Your horn, I believe, is H. Spacebar gets you out of the car. Can't see with these glasses, that's why I'm looking over the place. I think, yeah. H is horn. If you want to get out of the car, it is space, which is the jump button. That gets you out of the car. So those are your basics for driving. I'll go over, you know, different types of cars you can buy and how to spend your money again in another video. For now, that's it for cars. Next thing I want to show you is just what the jobs are. So as a civilian, your kind of main job is either just to mess around or you can commit crimes. So, for example, let's say I want to go over to the... I'm just going to run over to the... Oh, am I getting pulled over? Hold on. We're getting pulled over. Hello, officer.
I don't understand why you parked like this, but
I don't know. I'm just filming a video, man.
Sir.
I'm just obeying the
Sir,
rules.
you just went through 2 red lights.
I know I did.
Whoa.
There's no need for a taser. I'm unarmed.
Buddy. Oh, okay.
No need. I'm unarmed.
Oh, never mind. Panic button.
Panic button. You go do that. Yeah. Okay, yeah, see, he realized who I was and got out of here. Thank you, sir. So, we're just going to continue on. Do pull over when you get pulled over. It is way more fun if you actually role play. I mean, you can run if you want. Obviously, that's another way you can role play. But it is fun to try and at least do it a little bit with some structure, you know. Okay, so there's this thing called the tool store. So what you do is you go into this tool store, you can shop for tools, and you can use these items to commit crimes to make money. So I've already got a bunch of them. The ones that are important here, I would say the most important is a glass cutter, and I'll go over another video on making money as a civilian. The infinite money hack is just to basically keep doing the glass cutter over and over. I'm not going to commit the crime right now because I don't want to get wanted at the moment, because that will be the end of the video because I'll just have all the cops on me. The next thing you can do with crimes is you can go just down the street from the tool store. There is a gun store. Now, when he pulled his weapon there, he can see that I'm not armed because he can determine. See, this is always going to be a busy place. But we're just going to ignore all the nonsense for now. You can go in here and you can purchase a gun. Now, the guns I like here, I really like the Desert Eagle. It's cheap and it's really heavy damage per shot. The other good one that I like using is the AK. Those are kind of the two that I use quite a bit. I'm not going to buy one right now, but when you get a gun, you can do things like you can, you know, shoot this. You can shoot this till. So as soon as you buy a gun, you can shoot the till, steal the money, the cash from where you just purchased the gun from, and basically get your money back and have a free gun. But you got to be careful because that's when you get wanted. Oh, I guess that's an interesting thing I should tell you. That thing I did when the officer had pulled me over there. You see how I put my hands up in the top right here? There's animations. You click this, and you can put your hands up. Yeah. And you can, like, lay down. You can sit down. You can kneel. If you get, you know, if you got guns on you, you can kind of surrender this way. And then you have to click normal again to start walking and doing regular actions. That's another thing a lot of people do, is they'll, like, put the hands up and they wonder why they can't get into their car. Well, you have to go back to normal, and then you can get into your car. You press E. Okay. Your settings are right beside there. Not too much stuff you need to worry about there. This little thing here will tell you what server you're in if your friends want to join you. We're in server 2, voice chat 2. This here will allow you to unlock and lock your car. That allows other civilians to drive your vehicle. Kind of handy in certain scenarios. And then the last one is your map. Now you can also access this with the letter M on your keyboard. The map is super important because it shows you all the postal codes. It shows you where all the things are, like the tool store and the gun store we just went to. It also shows you where the commotion is. So all these gray dots moving around are other civilians. Now, it won't show you where cops are or fire department is or anything like that, because it only shows you everyone who's the same job as you, the same role. Okay, so that is the civilian role. Now, hold on. Sometimes it gets stuck in gear. If it ever gets stuck in gear and starts, you know, maxing out like that, you just get out and get back in. It'll reset like I just did. Another little tip. So let's go over here. This guy seems to be robbing the bank. Let's just ignore that. I'm going to show you the other thing you can do as civilians. If you don't want to get wanted, you don't want to get in trouble with the police, there are several civilian jobs. So, for example, if I want to become a bank worker, you come back here, go to these little things, these yellow things, start job. This one requires 0 points. All that means is some jobs need like some experience. This has, anyone can do this one. Boom, boom, you're hired. Now you can go back into the bank. You can change your outfit. See, now I've got a security guard outfit on. So that's pretty fun. So we can do that, and then you can actually, you know, earn money this way. You do earn money just from being here, but you can also do something as a bank worker, and it's one of the best, if not the best, civilian jobs. You can buy this bank truck and spawn that, and then you can go and do a pickup, and you can make like $4,000 every 15-ish minutes, and they're quick and easy, easy way to make money, and then you get no wanted stars. So that's civilians. Again, I'll go into depth on all this later, but I'm taking too long already, so let's keep this quick. So the other roles now. So back up here to these 3 dots, you're going to see, you go off on the upper menu here to teams, and you will see there are 5 kind of primary teams. These roleplay jobs are basically the ones that we were talking about for the civilian. These are all the civilian jobs. But we're going to look at the other ones right now. So there's civilian, which we already am. Sheriff and police are actually essentially the same thing. They use the same radio. They have the same, you know, calls. The only difference is where you spawn. So in order to be any of these, you click it, and it's going to say, okay, well, team full is not very helpful, but let's go to police then. It's going to say call sign required. Now, you don't need anything for this. This is just like a 3 so mine is, you know, I use BUN because I'm Evil Bunny. You just put a random thing. You don't have to like register that or anything. You just put something random. It could just be like 1, 2, 3, hit join, and then, you know, if an officer wants to call you on your radio here, he'll just be like, hey, officer 1, 2, 3, or, you know, it's just a way. And then when you go on the map, you know, you see A12, 5424, 248, you know, these are all the call signs of these different officers. Now, the brown ones are sheriffs, and they spawn up here in Liberty County, and the blue ones are police, and they spawn right here in River City. So that's that. And again, there's really no difference. If one team is full, just go to the other one. I guess the sheriffs technically should be in charge of the jail, so if you want to sort of role play deeply, the sheriffs have like a prisoner transport van, and that's sort of, you know, how it is in real life too. So you can do that. So, but on a basic level, it is the same. So when you hop into police, you can grab a uniform right here, grab your gear right here, grab a gun right here. Again, I'll do an in-depth video on police, refill your ammo right here. But this is just a super basic. You spawn a car right here. Boom, boom, boom. You should get one free one. I believe the free one's this one. And away you go. Now you're a police officer. Now, again, I'll tell you how to be a cop later. One of the main things I'll just tell you super quick is this MDT here. You just hit submit. There's nothing to do. Brings you in. We'll show you who the cops are. These are all the calls for the crimes. So, for example, there's a house robbery. You can go and you can hit join. And then on right here, you see this, that shows you exactly where that call is. So you know that call has a house being robbed right now, and you can go and drive there and respond to the call. And then, you know, do what you will at that. Usually those are pretty eventful. So that's police. Next one is firefighter. Station 1, Station 2 is just where it gets spawned. So Station 1 is right here. Close to the spawn. That's the one most people will go to. Station 2 is up here in Springfield, not as populated. See, there's nobody even there right now, so I would recommend just going to Station 1. And then you could do the same thing. Throw in your call sign, whatever you choose, and join that. Okay, so when you join here, slightly different, but it's pretty much the same. It spawned me on the wrong side. Let me get over here. This is the side you want. You can get your outfit here. So this is where you get your uniform. You get all your gear. You want to get equipped as much as you can. It depends on your rank, but you should have a whole bunch of stuff even when you first start brand new. So you put your gear on, and then these again are how you spawn your vehicle. You can sort of roleplay how you want to be fire department. You can either go for fires, or you can do paramedic. I like to be EMS, that's emergency medical services, and do paramedic because it's pretty fun, because you can roleplay when somebody dies. You have to come in, or they don't actually die, they just kind of go down. You can activate your lights and go and bring them up. So that's how that works. Now I'll explain how that this guy's got stuff there, so I'll avoid that. When you're the two most important things, again, you get an MDT that works exactly the same, shows you your calls to respond to. But the two things that are important when you're fire department are your medic bag, which you just hold the medic bag in your hand, and then you can walk up to people and just hold E on them and revive them when they go down. And the second one is your mobile fire hose. Now, a lot of the fire trucks have fire hoses, but if you're in a place where you don't either have the fire truck unlocked properly, or you don't have the right car, like this one doesn't have a hose, you can pull this mobile one out and you can put fires out this way. And it's also really fun to use just to like spray people and stuff. You get the picture. Anyway, so just real quick, again, I'll do a full fire department video later, but that's just the basics. And then the last one is the DOT, Department of Transportation. This is a fun one. Not that many people play this one, and the reason is really just because it's less action, but you can roleplay quite a bit with this. I think the most popular is going to be police. Well, civilian's the most popular, and then the second most popular would be police, and then fire department, and then DOT would be last. Now, I'm hoping that one day they do an addition or an update where they allow DOT to repair a vehicle that's on fire. Hopefully by the time you see this vehicle, that's already done. But it would make so many more people play DOT, I think. Anyway, so this is the truck you start out with. It's got, emergency lights, and you can go do things like repair bridges. You can go, replace street lights. You can repair holes in the pavement, like all kinds of stuff. It's basically just a city worker, right? That's actually something, just as a side note. You can find these cars that are for sale, and you can get them cheaper. But again, I'll do a whole video on cars. Just a side note. You get a discount when you find them, and it's by random. So this one's usually 130. It's on sale for 112. If you're looking for that particular car, you can save a bunch of money. Just a side note over here. Squirrel. So, that's DOT. Basically, again, you've got an MDT that functions the same. You just click OK, and you can see it. There's less people, hey? Is it broken street lamp? You can go and replace that and get a bunch of experience. So every time you respond on all these different teams to an MDT call, you get experience, and you level up and get your rank up. And then you can unlock different vehicles and different equipment, and then it becomes more and more fun. So, that is basically the jobs summarized. I guess the most interesting thing for me in terms of like everyday roleplay for DOT is you can, where is it? Do I even have it right now? Maybe it's in my trunk. Hang on. You can put things in your trunk. Yeah, here we go. Change tire. So this thing right here. What did I do with it? Am I blind? Gear. Change tire. Yeah. Oh, inventory. Change tire. Here. Oh, I am blind. It's this. Sorry. It's the little circle. I was looking for the wrench, or this thing. So it's the shape of a tire. So this thing, when you get a tire shot out, the DOT can come and repair your vehicle. So what I was saying earlier about like repair a vehicle on fire, when your car gets shot up and the hood gets on fire, you can't drive anymore. So the police and the fire department can put out the fire with a fire extinguisher, but the DOT doesn't have a fire extinguisher, and they also can't repair the engine. So then it becomes permanently disabled, even if you put out the fire, and then you can't drive your car. So it's really annoying, and then you have to respawn the car. Really annoying for roleplay, and when you're in like somewhere far away and you don't really want to do that. Recommendation for Roblox ERLC team, if you see this, make the DOT able to repair car engines, man, please. Okay, So now that's out of the way. That is basically the DOT in a nutshell. So this guy's probably coming to check if it was... Oh, he's in a chase. Interesting. So yeah, see, there's all kinds of fun stuff that happens in this game. Like, here's a guy who's got his car towed. There's a DOT operator. That's a fun thing to do, too, is you can tow people's cars. You have to unlock the tow truck. You have to rank up a little bit. So just try all the different roles. See what one you like. You can also, you don't have to commit to one. You can switch. There's no consequence or, like, you know, there's no reason to not just play all of them in one sitting. And you can swap, like, let's say there's nobody's playing fire department. Like right now you can see we've got tons of police, tons of sheriffs. We've got 3 DOT. You can't see behind my face, but there's 3. See? And 2 fire departments. There's actually more DOT than fire right now, which is interesting. But you can go, so like I would probably play fire department right now because we need some EMS. Sometimes some people will require emergency medical services, like this guy, and maybe they're having a meeting like this. Maybe they're out putting a fire out, so you want to get as many as you can. Now, the way you'll know is right up here. Oh, I forgot to mention this earlier. I should mention this. This is the same for all 3 of the government roles, is the radio. So, I guess I'm trying to make this a brief video, but I'll just quickly say this. See here, you need a tow truck. Here's my location. The blues are the police. Blue and brown are going to be the police. This is their radio, but you can talk in the other ones, so this will tell you when something has happened. So if you're fire department, let's say you're driving around looking for people to revive as paramedic, well, you can watch the radio here, and you could also go like here and type T, which will transmit when you're not touching it. So you hit T over here, that thing becomes red, and then you can type here. You can type like, anyone need EMS? And then see, now I'm the red one, and it goes in here, and then someone could say, because it's kind of quiet right now, someone could say, oh yeah, I need emergency medical to my location, and then they can tell you where they are, and you can go revive them. And then that's the way you can sort of collaborate and with the other departments, and then they'll come into the fire chat and say, hey, I need a medic to this location. So again, the government vehicles also need gas. So remember what I was saying earlier about making sure you got gas. I usually re-gas my cars around halfway. I don't let it really go below halfway, just in case you need to skedaddle somewhere. So just, takes 2 seconds, you just hold it down and purchase when it gets full, and away you go.
Can you just do it?
Going not
There's always interesting stuff going on. See, you can get some experience here just from driving around.
That is not
but the bulk of the experience, if you want to level up, is from answering
realistic.
calls on your MDT. But see, there's no active calls right now. So what you can do instead is, like I said, I was asking for EMS. Let's see. This guy says he needs backup at 601. So you can go like on your map here. You can ping 601. And see, now you got a ping right there. And then let's assume the reason he needs backup is maybe he's got shot or something. He's under fire. So actually, let's just demonstrate that super quick. Let's turn our headlights on. Keep your eyes on the road, folks. Where's L? He's got these glasses. I can't see a thing. Where am I? Where's L, man? That's H. That's G. Oh yeah, G is how you do the like hazard lights, like that. L should be right here. Why is L not working? Maybe it's glitched. Sometimes it glitches out. Just get in and out. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So we got our lights. Nighttime, it's important to have your lights on. We get pulled over for that. But let's just quickly get back to what we were doing and respond to this. I'm gonna respond without my sirens. I only use them if necessary. There's no real traffic, so I don't make a bunch of noise for no reason. Let's go over to where this guy called for backup. Let's see. Looks like nobody's here, but maybe it's already been dealt with. Maybe they've gotten to a chase that went elsewhere, but turn our lights off. Another gas station over here. There are 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3 on each kind of area of the map. Again, you can see how there's red dots here. You can see where the other firefighters are. So that's basically the fire department. So let's go back to civilian just for a second. So you can see there's no radio anymore. When you're civilian, you can't see what all the government guys are doing. That's how they sort of communicate with each other, because typically you're basically going to get into a bunch of shenanigans and crime as civilians, and then you have to deal with them. So it is very immersive. Like, it's very realistic that way. It's a lot like Grand Theft Auto. If you're familiar, that one's a little extreme, a little crazy. The people take it super seriously. This one, they do take it seriously, but it is more just about having fun and kind of goofing around. And of course, GTA is very demanding. If you don't have a gaming computer, you're not going to be able to run it, and you have to buy it too. So those are kind of some of the differences. And GTA is obviously way more realistic. It's way bigger. It's just a crazier version. This is more like, the dumbed down, fun, silly, comfortable, everyday version of that, where you can just kind of mess around. Like, see, you can buy cars, you can make a bunch of money, you can form a mafia, you can role play as a cop, you can role play as a firefighter, you can role play as a city worker. There's so much stuff you can do in this game. You can also, like, role play scenarios. Like, you can set up, like, there's a tunnel over there. You can go set up, like, a border check or something. You got, like, set up a DOT, you'll set up some cones, and then you'll have some police come and you check IDs and see if there's a wanted person that's trying to, go through the tunnel. Endless possibilities of what you can set up. If you watch some of my videos, you can see just how crazy it can get, which is why I play this, which is why I film myself playing it, because it is hilarious, the stuff that goes on in this. So I'd highly recommend checking this game out. There's nothing really to lose, no barrier. It's all free. You don't even need a gaming PC. Any age is fine. There's young people, there's old people. It doesn't really matter. Just one thing I will note is that it is mostly younger people, and they do have very strict voice rules and swearing rules, so you can't swear in it, which is not a big deal. Just say something silly instead. But just note that you'll get voice chat banned very quickly. If you do, it's just a 5-minute ban. It goes away after 5 minutes. You just rejoin to get it back. If you keep doing it, or if you say something, really horrendous, you can probably guess what that would be. You just get, like, maybe a 24-hour ban. Not the end of the world, but try not to do that, because then you can't play. But that's pretty much it, guys. I don't want to go too much longer than this. I was trying to cap this at 30 minutes, but we're already past that, so I'm going to end it there for now. That is Emergency Response Liberty County in the Roblox game. Check it out. And if you have any questions on how to do a certain thing, if you want to play with me, I play with people, and I've got a lot of friends and groups on here that I link up with. My thing is evil_bunny1337. Don't add that one, add the smaller one here. You can send me a friend request. I will accept pretty much everyone. As long as you're cool, I will play with you. You can star on a video and show your friends you're famous. Pretty fun stuff. And I also have a Discord that has a specific Roblox section that you can come and join, and you can link up with other players that also play. I'll put a link to the Discord in the description. Excuse me. That you can check out. Join the community. It is way more fun to play with people that you know, because you can kind of set up certain things. Like, for example, sometimes we'll do like a president roleplay. Someone will be the president, and then we'll get a bunch of bodyguards and a full presidential security brigade. Put them in the limo, and have a bunch of cops, and everyone tries to assassinate the president. All kinds of fun stuff you can do when you got some people that are on the same page, and then people around the server start to join in, because you can get 40 people in one game, so all kinds of stuff can happen. But yeah, I'll go into all kinds of more videos that are going to go into depth about each of the different jobs, about the best ways to make money, the best cars to get, all kinds of stuff like that. If there's a video specifically you want to see, just leave a comment below, and I will make one. I will probably make a video for whatever you comment on. If people want to see it, then I'll make it. So yeah, that's about it. I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. As always, please like this video if this was helpful if it makes you want to check it out, or you already do, and you know, we want to look, here's a bear, and he's got like a, you can hear he's got like a growl. Whoa, 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 there's a bear on the loose, everybody look out! So yeah, I've had myself muted the whole time, just so no one hears me yapping, but there's all kinds of silly stuff. Case in point, as I'm talking about random funny scenarios, a bear comes growling past us. So that's the kind of stuff that goes on, guys. It's so fun. But yeah, check it out, and I hope to see you on here. Thanks for watching.